Okay, I'm live. So I figured I was going to start this a minute or two before 9 a.m. so people have a chance to find the link and come on in before we start class. So when you get here, maybe send me a little hi so I know you're here and practicing with me. And we'll just wait a little bit till some people come in. Okay, looks like I have a few. All right, so I see that there's a few of you guys online. Welcome to my apartment. Happy 9 a.m. on Saturday. Yay, hey Betsy. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a minute or so and let people find the link so we can kind of all practice together. Yeah, I hope you guys slept well. I did. I've been waking up at 5 a.m. with all the excitement. It's hard to still sleep, which is fine. I like waking up at 5. It actually helps with my energy, as long as we go to bed early enough, so by 9. But yeah, feel good. Okay. Looks like we have a few more people joining, so welcome again for those of you that are just coming in. Welcome to my apartment at our 9 a.m. yoga class. All right, let's go ahead and start. Hey, bye. Yay. Okay, so today I'm going to be taking a little bit more of a, not gentle necessarily, but more of a breath work practice. The past 3 days, if you were practicing with me, were a little bit more of a power kind of focus, getting our abdominals working. Today, we're really going to do breath and really focus on the poses. So taking a little bit slower so you can feel things. And before we start, I will be teaching on the weekends, while the lockdown is going on, here live at 9 a.m. on Saturdays and Sundays, and on the weekdays at 4:30, Monday through Friday. So that'll be our regular schedule if you'd like to join. Also, if you guys do like practicing with me, I have no idea how long we're all going to be quarantined. So if you like practicing with me, feel free to donate to Reef Point Yoga, even $5 a class if you'd like, if you're not part of the studio, to keep this thing going. So again, it's Reef_Point_Yoga. But yeah, the classes are free. So if you're not able to donate, absolutely continue to practice with me. So today, for the theme, I was thinking about this serenity prayer that people learn in Alcoholics Anonymous, AA, which I actually was able to go to 1 or 2 times myself. The prayer itself didn't help with the alcohol. That actually was cured by my yoga practice, if you can believe it. My yoga practice became more important to me and my health than drinking was. So that has cured that. But the prayer itself is actually more helpful to me now in this time, and it kind of came up for me this morning in the midst of what's happening with all of us. People's reactions are strong and they're very varied, and I'm noticing that it's hard for us to accept them because they're so different than what we think maybe or our emotions are, and there's this wanting to control other people. Why don't you think like me? Where are you getting your news? Why are you doing that behavior? Why are you saying that? Why are you sharing this with me? So I love the serenity prayer, and I think maybe that can apply to how we are now. And it says, God, give me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I just love that, because I feel that there's that resistance in me trying to control the behaviors of others and what they're reading, and I want to, my way is right. It's such an uncertain time. very few people really know what's going on, so we're all kind of in it together. If we can find some peace within ourselves to accept what we cannot change, which is other people's behavior, courage to change the things that we can, so wherever we can add kindness and peace, we can do that. And then the wisdom to know the difference when we can do something and when we can just accept that something is out of our control. So today, while we're practicing, notice that in your practice, where do you need the serenity to accept a pose where it is because it's out of your control? Where can you get the courage to go a little bit deeper or give yourself a rest, however that looks for you? And where do you find the wisdom to know the difference in your own practice? You know, so thank you for being with me during this time and kind of bringing that attention inward, and hopefully we can take that forward into the world with us as all of this is unfolding, and try to lead with our hearts and with kindness and with peace, and understanding that everyone is entitled to whatever reaction they have to whatever they're saying, whatever their behavior is, because everyone is, you know, as I said a couple days ago, our root chakra has really been jostled. So it's our sense of survival. Can we find peace? Can we find acceptance for what is? Courage to change things we can, and wisdom to know the difference. So I love you guys. Thank you for practicing with me. Great, let's practice. Today, I'm going to use blocks, but if you don't have them, you don't have to. So I have 2 Manduka cork blocks here, and I also have a strap. And if you have it, like a little band or something that's an alternative to the strap, you can even use a towel or a dish rag or something. Okay, but we're going to start on our back. Let me actually turn off my little air purifier if there's any sound. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're going to start on our back. So all the way down you come. And then just come into Shavasana for a moment. We're going to breathe. Tuck your triceps under, tuck your shoulders. Allow your fingers to relax, your feet to relax. Take a few deep breaths. Notice the inhale, how the lungs expand. Belly rises on the exhale. You let it all go. Let everything go except for the breath. Take a deep breath in. Big breath out. Softening the face. One more breath in. Big breath out. Start to move in your fingers, your toes. Rock the head from left to right, giving the back of the skull a little bit of a massage. And then from here, press your low back into the ground, pull your knees up, hug your knees into your chest, and then just rock from left to right, giving your lumbar spine a little bit of a massage. Back and forth. And now one hand per knee, you're going to make some big knee circles all the way up and around. Opposite direction, out and around, out and around. Now let's see if we can get into the hips. Let your left leg go long. Hug your right knee into your right armpit if you can. Point or flex your toes, whatever feels good for you. And then use the strength of your arms to really pull that leg in. From here, half happy baby. Lift up the leg, grab for the outside edge of the foot, maybe the inside. It depends on whatever. If you're tight, you're going to be down here. If you really want to get into it, you can grab it with both hands and then pull. You want the quad to be outside your rib cage, and then your foot's stamping a footprint on the ceiling. See if you can get it all the way down, or the knee all the way down. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Take your figure, oh actually before we do that, let's open the hip. So take your left hand to your left hip and push it down. And then open your right leg to the right. So you're going to get a nice stretch for the right inner thigh. Deep breaths. And then bring it up. Figure 4. Right ankle over left knee. Flex both of your feet. Okay? So you can stay here. You can interlace your hands behind left hamstring. Pull it in. If you want a little bit more today, you can bend your left leg and then interlace your hands on top of the shin. Flex both of the feet. And then stay here. Maybe take a little rock. Free motion is always encouraged. So anything that feels organic that you need to get into, it's still early. Go ahead and take that. Keep breathing for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take a twist. Relax. Wrap your right knee over the left. Tee out your arms. Squeeze your thighs together. So you want to get as close up in your inner thighs as you can. Squeeze them together, and then exhale. Drop your legs over to the left. Look over to the right. Your left hand can come to your right thigh and just push it down. Deep breaths into your right ribs for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back up. All right, switch. Right leg goes long. Let's see. There we go. Hug the left knee into your left armpit. And then really use that strength to pull it in. Flex or point both of your feet. Do something with the feet. And then from here, we're going to take half happy baby. So lift up the leg. The hand grabs outside the foot or the inside, or you're behind the leg, whichever you choose. I'm going to take both hands to the foot, and then so that way I can use my bicep strength to get that knee all the way down, and then I'm pressing a footprint on the ceiling. Engage your right leg. Make sure that you're not neglecting that guy. Deep breaths here for 3, 2, and 1. Left hand grabs left foot. Right hand comes to your right hip to push it down. And then open your left leg all the way up to get a nice inner thigh stretch. So you can be here any way that feels good. Again, we're just warming up nice and early. You can use your elbow as kind of a kickstand if you'd like, if that helps, if you're pretty close to the ground. And then keep pushing that right hand down for 3, 2, breathe, breathe, breathe. And 1. Bring it back up. Left ankle over right knee. We're coming into figure 4, opposite side. You can stay here. Interlace your hands behind right hamstring. Lower it down. For more, you can bend your right knee all the way and then interlace your hands on top of the shin. And then just pull it back towards you. Flex or point both of your feet. Deep breaths, feeling that stretch in the left hip. For 3, 2, and 1. Relax the hands. Wrap your left leg over the right. Squeeze the inner thighs. Tee out your arms. Take a deep breath in so that the wrists are in line with your shoulders. And then exhale, drop your legs over to the right. Maybe bump your hips back just a little bit. And then right hand comes to the right thigh to push it down. And look over the left shoulder. Soften your chest. Relax the shoulders. Stretching out the neck on the right side for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Relax. From here, we'll do a little bit of hamstring. Send your left leg long, right leg up. And then walk your hands. It could be like right above the knee, the shin or the calf, ankle, or you could have big toes, whatever you feel. Do keep the knees straight. So notice if there's this going on, then just take less of an angle. If you want to add your abs, you can bring up your shoulder blades a little bit off the mat. So breathe in here. And then breathe out, chin a little bit closer to that chin. One more breath in. One more breath out. Switch. Left leg in, right leg out. And walk your hands to whatever feels good. Pointer flex the feet. Your shoulder blades are lifted. If you want a little bit of core strength here, take a breath in. Breath out. Every breath out, you can get a little closer. Make sure the knees straight. Take a breath in. And out. From here, we're going to switch back and forth. Switch. Switch, just warming up. Now do go ahead and lift your shoulder blades to engage the abdominals. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, fingertips behind the knees, roll up to seated. All right. Before we move into the standing poses, let's take boat pose. So you're here, toes can be still on the ground. Make sure the back is flat rather than rounded. You can be here, legs can be straight up. I'm actually going to take here today. Palms can face up like you're serving dinner trays. Hold here for 5. Deep breaths. Engage the toes, yogi toes. Flex the toes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. From here, cross the shins, roll over, and meet me in a downward facing dog. Walk it out. So separate your feet to shoulder distance. Spread out all of your fingers. Press the ground away. You want strong, straight arms. And you want the armpits, oh, that felt good, coming in towards one another. Bend the knees a little bit at first to elongate the back. Shake out your head to make sure there's no tension in the neck. Oh, everything is popping for me. Morning practice is so much different than afternoon or evening practice. Start to pedal it out. Breathe deep and really push the ground away. Make it organic, so anything that feels good, if you need to twist. Find some free motion for 3, 2, and 1. From here, inhale, lift up your heels, and then exhale, walk it all the way up into your forward fold. Okay? Roll all the way up, bone by bone, all the way up to standing, and I'm going to adjust the camera so we can do some standing poses. Okay. All right. There. Okay. So from here, we're going to do a little bit of a flow. If you have your blocks, get your blocks ready. I'm going to use them just because you don't have to. But they're available if you want them. Especially for people like me who have short arms. All right, so big toes touch. Separate your heels just a little bit. Squeeze your thighs up. Breath in, mountain pose. Press your palms overhead. Maybe a little bit of a lean back. Think about lifting your ribs. Think about lifting your quads. Think about grabbing the floor with your toes. Soft shoulders. Think up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge all the way down. Belly on top of your quads. Hands can come to the blocks. Your head is going to come to your knees. Chin to your chest. Mula Bandha. Look at your belly button. Weights in the ball mounds of your feet. Shake it out here just for a moment. Let the neck go. And then on your inhale, you're going to step your right leg all the way to the back. And then put your right knee down. All right? Then look up. I like the blocks here on the highest height, so you can really get a nice stretch on the left hip. And then kind of open up the neck, looking up, whatever you want to do here. Interlace the hands, press them forward, reach up, maybe untuck the toes in the back, lean back for Salamba Anjaneyasana, kneeling crescent pose, belly's in, keep your left hip coming backwards, press into the top of your right foot, engage your Mula Bandha, take a breath in, and then on your exhale, step it back into downward facing dog. So tuck the back toes, down dog. On your inhale here, come back into plank. Strong, strong, straight arms. So the more bent your elbows are, the harder the pose is. You want to stack your bones. Right? So it should feel like just like you're standing on your hands. And on your exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, your choice. So untuck the toes or keep them tucked. It's really your choice. If your back hurts, keep your legs wider. Get the shoulders away from the ears. Look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Push the ground away. Lift your belly. Uddiyana Bandha. Mula Bandha. Push. Looking at your belly button. On your inhale, step your right foot back up. In between, grab your blocks. Lower the left knee. And then stretch out here. So again, if you want the highest height with the blocks. Stretching out through the neck. Finding a little bit of free form. And then on your exhale, your left foot is going to step up to meet your right, forward fold. Release the blocks. Look at your belly button. Inhale, reverse all the way up to standing. Press your palms. Exhale, hands come to heart. Let's flow through that. You ready? Breath in, reach up, press your palms. Exhale, forward fold. Head to knees. Inhale, step your right foot all the way back. Drop the knee. Look up. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Come forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Look up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot steps up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, thumbs to heart. Again, mountain, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands up at your belly button. Inhale, step your right foot back. Look up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg steps up. Left knee lowers. Exhale, left foot steps up. Forward fold. Inhale, reverse to standing. Press the palms. Exhale, thumbs to heart. Again, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back, put the knee down, look up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up, left knee down. Exhale, forward fold, left foot steps up, head to knee. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, thumbs to heart. One more time, I'm just going to call the breaths. You ready? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take 3 breaths. Take a breath in. Breath out. Stand up straighter. Inhale, lift the crown. Exhale. Lift the legs. One more breath in, lift the belly. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Good. All right. Step your left foot back. We're going to come into triangle. All right. So let's see. I'm going to scoot back so you can maybe see my feet here. The right foot is facing forward. The left foot is at a bit of an angle facing forward. Okay. So you're going to bump your hips backwards. Right hand is going to go to the block outside your foot. I like the highest height. If you're more flexible, coming down a little bit. You can also disregard the block completely and come all the way down. If you're down, spider fingers are fine, but know that the goal is to bring your palm all the way down at some point. You can also bring your hand inside the right foot. Just notice what you do on this side because we're going to do the other side. So find your pose that feels good and then stick with that. Open that left shoulder and lift up your left arm. Look up at the left thumb. Both legs are really straight. The way to find out if you're doing this is to flex your right foot to make sure that leg is turned on. You can keep that right foot flexed if that feels good, or bring it down. Open up and then hold here. Triangle Trikonasana pose. Mula Bandha. Lift your pelvic floor. Strong arms, so you're pushing down through right hand and then lifting up with left hand. Really extending through the arms. If your neck is starting to hurt, look down. Otherwise, you're looking up for 3. Deep breaths. 2. And 1. Drop that left hand. Block stays where it is. Adjust your feet a little bit. So heel toe your right foot in to warrior 2 legs. And then come up to warrior 2. So your back or your front heel is in line with the arch of your back foot. Bend your right knee all the way over your ankle. Reach your arms out. Make sure that knee is all the way bent. Then kind of push into the heel and grab the floor with your right foot. Push into the blade edge side of your left foot. Inhale, straighten right leg. Exhale, rebend a little bit deeper. Let's go for 4 more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Last 2, inhale, straight, maybe flex. Exhale to bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale to bend. Good. From here, we're going to come into side angle. So your right hand, if you have that block, is going to come outside your right foot. Okay. If there's no block, here's another option: is your right arm can be on the right leg. Okay. Make sure the knee stays over the ankle, and then your left arm is going to go over your ear. The left pinky finger faces down. Again, push into that block or your right hand if you're on it. Left pinky finger faces down. Open the chest. Really straight left leg. Mula bandha. It's like a little up dog in your chest. So push your chest forward and open up. Notice any kind of sensations in your hip and your glutes. For 3. Deep breaths. 2. And 1. Drop your left hand down. I'm going to change my angle really quick. And then drop your left knee down. Kneeling crescent, just for a moment, passing through. So you're going to reach your arms up. Your right leg is in front. Okay. Oof. There's a pop. Press your palms together overhead. Keep your shoulders soft. Think up and back, and then twist. So the left, you want to get all of like your organs, like your torso over this right leg. So get the left elbow outside the thigh. Press the palms. Stack the elbows. And twist. Pull your belly in. Every breath in, imagine lengthening the spine. And then every exhale, twisting. You're trying to get your heart a little bit closer to your thumbs. Really press into your palms. If you want to try a variation, you can make a fist with your right hand and then push it into your left hand to get a little extra torque. Hold for 3. 2, look up if you can. And 1. Okay, relax. From here, we're going to come into pyramid pose. So straighten your left leg. Step it up, and again, the left toes are facing slightly out to the left, and the right toes are facing forward. You're not on a balance beam, okay? So your right leg is a little bit, there's some space in between your legs. If you have your blocks, actually I'm going to face this way. Okay, so with your pyramid pose, if you want to see that you're doing it right, your hips are square. So maybe start from standing up. Your legs are really, really straight. Okay? And then you're going to push on your hips. So push your right hip back. And you're going to get your shoulders in line with your hips. So imagine if I had a beach ball on my back, it's not going to move. It's just going to rest there. That's where you want to be. Then your hands can come down to the blocks. Notice if that right hip wants to sass out. Bring it back so your left hip is coming forward. Both legs are straight. More flexible. Walk your hands a little bit more forward. I'm going to stay back here, I think, today. So hold it here. Really straighten your legs. Feel that hamstring stretch on the right side. For 3. 2. Breathe. And 1. Revolve triangle. So I'm going to keep the block inside my right foot. Keep that right hip back. And then lift your right arm up. Same thing as what we did in triangle. You want to push into your left hand. Really lengthen, straighten the left hand. And then energize your right hand and reach up. Both legs are super straight. Pull your belly in, a little bit of up dog in the chest. Hold here and breathe. Ujjayi pranayama. For 5. 4. 3. Keep pushing the left hand. 2. And 1. Relax. Bring your right hand down. Vinyasa through. So your right foot comes back. High to low push-up. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend knees, walk, step, or jump. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse, all the way up. Ooh, all the way up standing. Good. This time we're going to do the other side. So your right leg is going to step back. I think I'll stay this way. So your right leg steps back. We're coming into triangle again. Your right toes are now facing slightly to the top right corner of the room. Your hips are going to sass back. If you have the block on the other side, we're going to do the same thing here. Reach forward, plant the block down. Feel free to adjust your feet when you get there. So I kind of need to take mine out towards the front a little bit. And then say hi to Morgan. It's getting coffee. And then press down through left hand, right arm lifts all the way up. So look up at the right thumb, squeeze the stomach, really straight legs. Again, if you have any questions, straighten or flex your left foot to make sure left leg is straight. Lift. Notice all that stretch along the right side of your body for 3. Deep breaths. 2. And 1. What did we do after here? Oh yeah, warrior 2. So bend into your right leg, left leg. Take your right foot, step it back so the arch of your right foot is in line with the heel of your left foot. And come on up to warrior 2. Notice the knee. All I can see is myself and my tendency, so I can talk you through what I go through, but I have a tendency to stay here. Luckily, I'm looking at the screen, so I don't know if you guys can see yourselves, but it's a lot more forward than my brain thinks it is. There's a huge stretch on the inner thigh. Your hips are open straight towards the screen at this point. Well, I don't know which way you're facing, but they're open, right? Really engage your hands, engage your arms, lengthen towards the front and the back side of the room. Your right leg is super straight. Inhale to lengthen your left leg. Exhale to rebend. That's 1 of 5. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to bend. Mula Bandha. Inhale. Maybe flex the foot. Exhale to rebend. Last 2. Inhale. Exhale. Last 1. Inhale. And exhale. Good. All right, so we're going to stay here just for a moment. Your gaze is over your left middle finger. Bend into that left knee. And then extended side angle. So your left hand is going to come down to the block or to the floor, whatever you did before. And then your right arm goes over your ear. The right pinky faces down. Little up dog in your chest. So lean back. And then use the back blade edge side of your right foot as stability to really push as you open. And then keep that 90-degree bend in your left leg. Look up if that is suitable for your neck. For 3. Deep breaths. 2. And 1. Come on down. From here, we're transitioning into kneeling crescent. Remember this, guys? So your right knee is back, your left leg is forward. Interlace the hands, opposite on top this time. Reach up. So you're shifting your hips forward, pressing into the top of right foot. Now release your bind, press your palms, and then hook. So your right elbow comes outside the left thigh. So I like to lengthen on the inhale. So lift your trunk away from the bottom half of your body. Hook the elbow, press the palms, and twist. The heart comes up towards the thumbs. Again, you are welcome to take the variation of making a fist with your left hand and using that to push. So hold here. For 3. 2. And 1. Pyramid pose. Grab your blocks. Step your right foot up and back. So notice how your right toes are, again, kind of like triangle. They're facing the top right corner of the room. If you need to start standing to make sure the hips are square, so the left hip goes back, right hip goes forward, hinge, both legs are straight, shoulders in line with hips. That's where you want to be. And then your hands come down. Left hip keeps moving backwards. Chest keeps moving forward. Heart keeps moving forward. Sorry. You got your coffee. And then we're going to stay here. If you want to walk your hands a little bit more forward, you can. Hold. and breathe. Strong, straight legs. Notice if there's any bend in your left leg. Straighten it. 3. This is for your left hamstring. Mula bandha. 2. And 1. All right, from here, we're going to revolve our triangle once again. So, stay where you are. Your block is going to come inside your left foot. If you're using a block, you don't have to. Push down through right hand, open your left shoulder, and then look up at the left thumb. Both of your feet are planted, so your right foot is still planted. The right toes are facing a little bit out to the right, not straight on. Your left hip is still coming back, so it wants to come forward, push it back, pull your belly in, and open here. Press into that right hand and lift your left hand. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your left hand down. Vinyasa through high to low push-up, your version. And when you're done, meet in Malasana. So look in between your hands, walk, step, or jump. Hands are outside your pinky fingers when you jump up. Okay. So you're welcome to stay in Malasana. If you have a block like we did yesterday, you can sit on your block, take some of the pressure off, and you can really open up the knees. Otherwise, no block. All right. So let's just stay here for a second. Really press your palms. If this is easy, make 2 fists and press, or just 1. Deep breaths. Good. And relax. All right, so we're going to practice a little bit of crow. If you have your block, it's like a training wheel. You want the block about a foot in front of your hands. So it's a lot farther than you think. And that's going to be where your forehead is going to land, if that's what you're going for. So your knees are going to come up onto your triceps. Spread out all of your fingers. These are your new toes, your new feet. So really grab, you're rounding your spine. And then come forward, and you can put your forehead on the block. And we're just going to stay here. Practice here and breathe. If you don't need the block, take it away. Go with the fear factor. Grab the floor. We'll stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Okay. From here, let us vinyasa through. So set it back into your downward facing dog. Take your flow. All right, come all the way down onto your belly. Let's see our time. We're still good for a little bit. Actually, yeah, no, stay here. We're going to do locust pose. So let me adjust the camera so you can see me a little bit better. There. Good? Okay. So you're going to interlace your hands behind your back. Now, some of you are going to have your elbows bent like this. The idea is to have straight elbows and straight arms. So if that's not happening, you need to use a band or a towel and grab so you can straighten your arms, right? Or a strap. Okay, so those are the variations. Otherwise, you interlace, press the palms all the way, and then straighten your elbows. Then lift up your feet, and you're looking at the top of your mat. So hold here, squeeze the legs, lift. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Turn your head one direction, bend the knees. Windshield wiper your shins. And now you can do the same thing again, or go for bow. Hands grab the ankles. I was asked whether knees go wide or knees come in. It depends on your back. Eventually the knees are going to come in, but if you need to keep them out here for now because the back is tight, which it is for me as well, then by all means. All right. So the goal is to kick your feet into your hands. So you're relaxing your biceps. Okay? It's straight arms. You're not using your arm really other than just a hold. So it's a stretch for the arms, stretch for the back. Take a few breaths here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Child's pose. Big toes touch. Shift your hips back, walk your hands forward, and now I want you to push the ground away. And then push your hips back. Keep pushing. There's an external rotation at the top of your arm, so the armpits are going to go down. And just push. Hold for 3. Grab the floor with your hands and push. 2. And 1. Start to come forward. Good. And then from here, come to a sit. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Staff pose. Get the flesh out from under your sit bones. So feel really grounded. This is really good for grounding, root chakra stuff, just to sit. If you want to bring your arms out to the side, you can. But do stack your shoulders over your hips, lift the chest, keep your belly in. And now I want you to interlace your hands, reach them all the way up, keep your shoulders soft, and breathe here. For 3, flex your toes. 2, and 1, fold. Hinge at the hips, come all the way forward. If your belly is not on your quads, bend your knees and grab your feet here. For those more flexible, you're going to interlace and bring it all the way down. Hold for 3. Breathing for 2. And 1. Relax. Okay. Back to center. Reverse tabletop. Bring your hands behind your hips, fingers facing towards your hips. Feet in just a little bit, and then on your inhale, push up. Your toes are facing 12 o'clock. Squeeze your thighs up. Push into your hands, straight arms. You're either looking up, you can look back if you want to stretch out your throat. Maybe bottom teeth comes over top teeth. But lift. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Reverse plank. So from here, you're going to walk your feet forward. The goal is to keep your feet on the ground and lift. For 5. Straight arms. 4. Breathe. 3. Point your toes. 2. And 1. Lower down. Cool. All right. Come into an easy sit. Now, your choice, if you have lotus, go for it. I'm starting with my right shin on top. You can have half lotus if you like, or full lotus, which I do not have. So whatever version of this you want to do, and then we're going to fold. Walk your hands forward, and we're going to stay here for just a little bit and let you feel what you feel. So go, first of all, fold, and then give your body a second to kind of adjust. And then feel what kind of sensations are going on. So for me right now, I can feel my heartbeat in my left thigh through my right foot. My right hip is pulling. I feel hungry. I didn't eat before class. Go through whatever sensations you have. I know this is the acceptance phase, right? the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change. So to breathe through whatever sensations you're feeling. Now, if something hurts, to give us the wisdom, or the courage rather, to change the things that we can. And then, of course, if we don't know whether it's pain or pain that we need to get deeper into pose, we pray that we have the wisdom to know the difference, right? So stay here. Or you can start to shift your body to the right and then fold over the right leg. And just breathe here. Keep your attention on your breath and the subtle sensations in the body. So notice how your right knee feels, your right ankle, your left glutes, right glutes, your back, your face. Are you gripping with your hands? Switch sides. Slowly walk it all the way over to the left. And notice if that right hip is coming up. See if you can lower it back down. Maybe that means you don't come down quite as far. So hold for 3, 2, and 1. If you were in half lotus or full lotus, stretch it out. Yeah, ankle is the toughest, one of the toughest for me, ankle mobility. Okay, switch. So now your left shin is going to go on top, or you're going to take half lotus on the left. So half lotus, again, your heel goes almost into the belly, the low belly, and then your knee drops down off to the side. Take a breath in, reach up, and then on your exhale, start to fold. If you're not taking half lotus, Sukhasana easy seat is just fine. If you're taking full lotus, by all means. And again, tune into the breath and the sensations that you're feeling. Are you tighter on this side? And this is self-study. This is just self-observation. Nothing to do, nothing to challenge, just to see what's happening in the body. Deep breaths. Walk it over to the left. So your belly's on the left thigh. And breathe. So with all of this going on, I'm finding it such a worthy practice, kind of as I mentioned at the beginning, to allow others to behave however they are behaving. That acceptance of the things that we cannot change is the behaviors and the reactions of others. Can we accept them and love them exactly as they are, with every behavior that they are exuding, every emotion that they're having? Whether we agree or disagree with them is irrelevant, because we're neighbors. And what I do understand is fear. And we are all entitled to behave however we'd like to behave during this time, you know, and to hold space for that and to love each other throughout this entire time with any emotions that we have. Walk it over to the right. So to find some kindness, to accept the things that we can't change, to find the courage to change things we can, which is our own behavior, how we want to treat people. I can monitor my own emotional state because everything is being triggered. So it's kind of an opportunity to notice yourself and how you respond when something is so out of your control. So it's an opportunity to find kindness, allow those feelings to pass. And then what's the highest? What's the most loving thing I can do right now in this situation? Where's the love? What would love do? I like that question. What would love do in this scenario? What would someone who loves themselves do? You know, what would someone who loves others do? Walk it back to center and come on up. All right, release the legs. Oh, easy on your left knee if you're like me. Send it a little bit of a massage. All right, and then from here, we're gonna come into our back bends or inversions. So this is a little bit of open space. If you want your back bends, you're prepared because we did our lotus. Back bends, you're here. Reach up for your bridge. Interlace the fingers, slide your triceps under. So this is kind of open forearm. I'm going to lead you through a few. Full wheel, fingers come to face your shoulders. Lift up. Straighten your legs, straighten your arms. You can separate your feet a little bit if your back hurts, just like we were talking about in the other poses. Press your chest forward. Notice how you're stretching along the stomach, top of the neck, quads, shins, ankles. Deep breaths. If you're in your back bend and you like it there, you can stay. Otherwise, come on down. The counter pose is to windshield wiper your knees from left to right. And now one more inversion, so you can take legs up the wall. You can take shoulder stand. Or you can take headstand, which I think I'm going to take. And we're going to hold something upside down for about 2 minutes. If you're taking headstand with me, interlace your fingers, make a little basket weave. That's going to grab your skull. Come into down dog legs. Walk it up. And start to lift. Press down through the elbows. Deep breaths. Engage the legs. Engage your stomach. Soften your face. Close down the eyes. And focus on the breath. Feel free also to use a wall here, if that makes you more comfortable. Allow your breaths to be loud, so it clouds out the thoughts. So when you drift off into thought, the audible quality of your breath will bring you back to the inhale and the exhale. Slowly come into your counter pose. So if you are in shoulder stand, take fish. If you're in headstand with me, Come on down, and you're going to take child's pose. Slowly come down with the same intention that you went up. Child's pose. Then after you're done with your fish or your child's pose, make your way onto your back. Someone's at the front door. So I'm going to answer that, but come into your Shavasana. All the way down. I will be right back. Start to breathe. Take about 1 minute here to focus on the breaths in, breaths out, letting go of everything you've just done, letting yourself feel the support of the floor. Now when you're ready, start to move in your fingers and your toes, deep in the breath. Rotate ankles and wrists. Deeper breath. And then on your inhale, take a morning stretch. Reach your arms all the way up. Stretch your legs. Let your low back arch off the mat. Then exhale, pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Roll over onto the right side, come into infant's pose. Take a moment here to breathe, to find some peace. And then when you're ready, keep your eyes closed, push yourself up into Sukhasana, easy seated position. Get the flesh out from under your sit bones, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the crown of the head. Fingertips are outside your hips. On your inhale, sweep your arms all the way out and up, gather up all that peace we've just created, press your palms. Exhale, bring your thumbs down to your heart center, tuck your chin. The light, the teacher, and the student in me recognizes, honors, and reflects that same exact light, teacher, and student in you. Namaste. All right, guys, thank you again for joining me on practice number 4 from my living room during these quarantine times. I will be here again live tomorrow at 9 a.m. for another practice, and again during the week at 4:30 every day. If you did feel a need to donate, Venmo, Reef Point Yoga. We would love that. Thank you for keeping us running during these times. Yeah, and again, my name is Melissa. I love you all. Thank you for inspiring me. Thank you for practicing with me. And I will see you all again, same hot time here tomorrow. Oh, and before I go, I want you to meet Leah. No. This is my friend Leah, who's here for private yoga. So yes, also if you guys are interested in doing private yoga, let me know. Find me on Facebook. I will do that also. You can come to my home studio or we can do virtual. So just wash your hands. I'll see you guys again real soon. I love you. Bye.